What is up, guys? RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time I'm reviewing TNA. Okay, matches, nothing special, nothing great, but I'm going to go ahead and get to the review. First thing we have, Bully Ray comes out, talks about how he's going to beat Saban if he decides to cash in his shot for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then sort of uses intimidation techniques, I guess, trying to convince Saban to not cash in his contract. Then he talks about there's a new vice president going to be revealed tonight, and he's looking for Brooke Hogan because she married somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And then Main Event Mafia come out and say our final member is going to be revealed tonight, so be ready. And that's basically it for the opening segment. Nothing special, whatever. First match we have is this is Joker's Wild tag matches, 3 of them. All of them are Bound for Glory series participants, randomly paired together, and 6 people will advance on. The winners, the 3 winners of the tag matches, the 3 tag teams that win will be in a 6-man singles gauntlet match. Winner picks up 25 points in the Bound for Glory series. First thing we have, Samoa Joe gets paired up with AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy and Joseph Park. You know who's going to win this going in. Joseph Park sort of has -10, so you figured he'd probably lose this match, even though Jeff Hardy by his side. You've got AJ Styles and Joe as a team. They're a stronger team. AJ Styles jumps off the top rope, punches Joseph Park in midair, and then Samoa Joe's right behind Joseph Park, puts him in the rear naked choke submission maneuver, and Joseph Park ends up tapping out. So AJ Styles and Samoa Joe move on to the gauntlet match. Then with nothing special there. Second match we have another predictable one, Magnus and Mr. Anderson randomly paired versus Hernandez and Jay Bradley Jr., who are also randomly paired again. You knew he was going to win this one as well. Magnus is in there the whole time. He tries to tag Anderson in various times throughout the match, but Anderson wants nothing to do with getting in that ring, so he hops off the apron. So it's basically Magnus versus Bradley and Hernandez. Basically what happens is Magnus gets or Hernandez gets distracted when Jay Bradley Jr. pulls on Hernandez's ankle when Hernandez is getting Irish whipped. Sorry, I bumped the desk if you saw the bump or whatever, but whatever. Jay Bradley gets Irish whipped, or Hernandez gets Irish whipped into the ropes. Jay Bradley pulls on his ankle. Hernandez is like, "What are you doing?" And then Magnus uses that distraction almost and rolls up Hernandez. Didn't really get it. I guess Jay Bradley accidentally pulled on Hernandez's ankle. I wasn't really sure, but Magnus rolls Hernandez up. So Magnus and Mr. Anderson move on. And then another match, Bobby Roode versus Kaz of Bad Influence versus Aries and Daniels of Bad Influence, Daniels being in Bad Influence as well. Again, randomly paired on purpose, probably because Daniels and Kaz are already teammates. So this match is probably the best one of the 3, I thought. Wasn't too much special, but I thought it was pretty good. Kazarian hits a DDT on Austin Aries, and then that gets broken up by Christopher Daniels. Kaz is like, "What are you doing? We're partners." Daniels apologizes, explains to Kaz. Then when Aries is about to perform a move, Daniels tags himself in, and then he looks back and Aries is saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Daniels loses focus for a second, and then Kaz rolls Daniels up for the 1, 2, 3, pins Daniels right before Aries before he can break up the tag. So Kaz and Bobby Roode end up advancing to the gauntlet match. Then we have the new vice president revealed for Aces and Eights. 3 and 3 people pick. Then that all comes down to Nux, whether Doc or Anderson will be vice president. Nux picks Anderson. Doc looks mad that Nux picked him and takes it sort of personally, so maybe there'll be like a little feud setting up between Nux and Doc. Who knows, but that was okay, I guess. Then we have Gail Kim versus Taryn Terrell, Knockouts ladder match. Winner becomes #1 contender for the Knockouts title. this was a really good match. This is what I like about TNA is they give like their lady female wrestlers matches like these, not like WWE gives them 3 minutes and then TNA gives them a chance to perform what they really have and show what talent they have. And this match was good, entertaining stuff. At one point in the match, they both fall off the ladder and slam their heads on the rope, going for the contract that's hanging above. Then Taryn Terrell chokes Gail Kim out on the ladder, throws Gail Kim off, but Taryn Terrell was put in a figure four lock up against the ladder. It looked really painful. She was squealing really bad. I can't imagine. It probably hurt a lot, but figure four lock, Gail Kim put Taryn Terrell in on the ladder, and I had messed up Taryn Terrell's leg for a bit, and basically throughout the whole match, her leg wasn't the same after that. And she tried to get the contract, but she couldn't. Then later on in the match, Taryn Terrell is putting Gail Kim in a submission maneuver, but while she's in that submission maneuver, she's right near the ropes. She ties Taryn Terrell's hair to the ropes. Then Taryn Terrell can't get out, can't get her hair untied from the ropes. Gail Kim climbs the ladder and gets the contract right as Taryn Terrell finally gets her hair uncaught off the ropes. So Gail Kim is your #1 contender for the Knockouts title. Didn't see it coming because Mickie James is sort of like a heel. Gail Kim's a heel. And if they're #1 contenders, I imagine that this is going to be a feud. So it'll be interesting to see if it's going to be heel versus heel or somebody turns face. It'll just be interesting how they do it or how they manage this. So again, pretty good match here. Probably one of the best ones of the night, I thought. And then we have the main event match, excuse me, a gauntlet match with the 6 members. First member that comes out is, excuse me, the first member that comes out is AJ Styles and goes up against Magnus. They're going at it, and then 2 minutes later, Kaz comes out. AJ Styles is teetering on the ring apron because you throw your opponent over the ropes until there are 2 men standing, then you can win by pinfall or submission. Kaz gets dumped over the top ropes when AJ Styles ducks and then dumps Kaz over the ropes. He's the first eliminated. Then AJ Styles ends up getting eliminated by Christopher Daniels later on. And then Samoa Joe goes for a clothesline on Mr. Anderson. He clotheslines Mr. Anderson, but Samoa Joe goes over the ropes as well. So Samoa Joe and Mr. Anderson both get eliminated at the same time. And then that just leaves 2 guys left, Bobby Roode and Magnus left in the ring. But the winner picks up 25 points, so it'd be a game changer. Magnus was in first coming in this match. Back and forth action, and then Magnus pins Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode has his shoulders down. The 1, 2, 3. Magnus wins via pinfall here and picks up 25 points. Big win for Magnus. He moves to 49 points now in Bound for Glory Series. He was in first place, and now he's still in first place, up by a whopping 30 points. I think Samoa Joe's the closest to him with 19, and now Magnus has 49 when he pinned Bobby Roode. Decent match, pretty good, a little disappointing, but it was a pretty good match overall. Can't complain, I guess, so not bad, and congrats to Magnus. And now we have our final closing segment. Chris Sabin, excuse me, comes out, says he'd like to cash in his chance to be the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Destination X next week on July 18th, being next Thursday. And then Hulk Hogan comes out, and then Bully Ray comes out and tries to talk Sabin out of it. Sabin's like, I pinned you and once when I was in Motor City Machine Guns. I pinned you when you were in Team 3D. I can pin you again and I can win. I may be the underdog, but I will take this title if you just give me one shot, telling Hogan that. He gives Hogan the X Division title, and it's official. Bully Ray versus Chris Sabin next Thursday, a week from tonight, for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Should be a really good event. I'm looking forward to this Destination X. I'm excited for it. I wonder who's going to become the new X Division champ since Chris Sabin just gave away the title, basically. So, who knows? as far as Bully Ray. Oh yeah, and then that's next week. But then right after he gives him the title, all of Main Event Mafia comes out, and Sting says, "Here's our last member, and it's Rampage Jackson." I've got a spoiler from somebody on Facebook about 2 weeks ago that Rampage Jackson was going to be that final member, so I already knew who it was. A little surprised considering he doesn't have too much wrestling experience, but I guess since he's a MMA fighter, hopefully he can do well. But it's good that they're using him in TNA, unlike King Mo, who they used as a guest ref. So it'll be interesting to see how what Rampage will do, or how he'll wrestle, or gets a heavy hitter, hard hitter. But it should be interesting. He's revealed, and then we close out the show with Bully Ray and Taz all shocked and Aces and Eights that Main Event Mafia's coming for Aces and Eights. And we've got a TNA World Heavyweight Championship match next week. Destination X, one night event kind of thing, July 18th again, and should be good. Who's going to win the X Division Championship? Who knows? Will Saban take the TNA World Heavyweight Championship away from Bully and win? Who knows? All those questions will obviously be answered next week. Hope you enjoyed my review. Check out my my overall grade of this show I give is a 5 out of 10. So hope you enjoy my review. Check out my other videos and subscribe. My overall grade, 5 out of 10. Thanks, guys.